to the coronavirus.
At any rate, being a curious guy and being a little scared from her story, I went straight to, okay, so what is the end game? Why are you training all these people? What do you intend to do with them? And she, in those uncertain terms, said, oh, they're going to overthrow every government on earth and create a one world government and take over. We've been planning it for hundreds of years. And it took a long time to build the infrastructure. And we've been training around the clock. Now, keep in mind, this was 11 years ago. She said, we've been training around the clock. She said, we may only train once or twice a month, but there's somebody training somewhere every night. And that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of MK Ultra mind control slaves who are trained assassins who live amongst ordinary people and are, in fact, completely unaware most of the time of who they really are until they're woken up. And the way I said, well, how are they going to roll this out? The American people aren't going to stand for this. What about, this National Guard and the veterans? And she said, they have no idea what's coming for them. When we do this, it's going to happen so fast. And I said, well, tell me how it goes. And she said, okay, here's the plan. The plan is there will be some event or series of events that will create so much chaos in the world, so much that even the police, I said, what about the police? She said, the police will stay home. She said, it will be so bad that the police will say, I did not sign up for this, and they won't go. And the ones that do go will easily be taken out by our army. And I said, well, what's going to happen? Are you going to be wearing American uniforms? Is this American military? She goes, no. She says, in the middle of this chaos, in the middle of the fog of war, when everyone thinks that everything's gone completely haywire, then suddenly you'll see these forces just emerge, all dressed in black, all dressed in SWAT gear. She said they will be driving, all look-alike black SUVs, and they will look and sound and act very official. And they will just simply claim that they are now in charge and everyone should do as they say. They will claim that they are part of a new government that has been established for the purpose of dealing with the said situation. And that the police would either work with them or be quickly eliminated if they didn't. And that the military is not going to get involved because they follow orders and no one's going to give them an order to get involved. That order will never come. And that they will simply transfer their allegiance from the United States Army to the new world government that will emerge. And she made it sound like it could literally happen overnight. But I think I gathered from it that it was a process that would accumulate with them taking charge at some point. Just physically showing up as the guys with the guns and the cars and the official-looking uniform.
Let's face it, everything. I've got money, fame, this, that, the other, and it's all been like, whoa, like here you go, like that. And it's like, okay. And when I was younger, I got my proboscis out and I dipped it into the font and sucked it up, all right? It didn't matter. There wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough. It's not good enough. It leaves you empty. The more you eat, the emptier you get.
How bad did it get?
Well, pretty bad. I think everybody in their life gets to a point where that happens, I think. Where they get to the moment of truth and they go, well, what is this all about?
Yeah.
Am I going to jump? Am I going to go on? I don't want to do either. I don't want to live.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die. You ask yourself all those Hamlet questions. And eventually you just have to say, I'm not good enough to figure this out. I don't know. I just don't know. Help! If there's anything out there, help, And if you're lucky, you'll recognize the signs of that help.
Well, it just happens, Hey, look, it's 30 years I've been at this game, all right? And 30 years I've been in the public eye. And it's 30 years ago that I lost my own personal anonymity. And you can't get that back again, ever. Okay. And it's 30 years ago that public humiliation began. And sometimes it reaches a global level. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I'm telling you right now, I'm one strong mother.
Amen.
Back at you. If you ask most people what their number one fear is, what do you think it is? Most people's number one fear
Public speaking.
is public humiliation.
Oh.
Okay. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Hey, me neither, brother.
I'm not afraid of it. Because I've had plenty.
So, when you watch,
I was educated in the way of theater craft and stuff was a very British way of doing things, which meant technique. Yeah. They're all in favor of actually feeling a real emotion and doing that. But they just say you're not going to be able to summon that every time. And even if you could summon that every time, you would die young.
Yeah.
So that you have to be able to at least fake it well.